different religions and traditions and cultures have different gods, polytheism. Yeah, and what I'm saying, like, even if it for me is I understand belief. I'm gonna say it like that. I understand, but to know is to know, and it don't matter what your religion is. Like I said, this conversation wasn't to take you away from God. This was actually supposed. This conversation will push you closer to the Creator. You don't need nobody to tell you about the Creator when you can be writing your own story. I'm not saying don't use the doctrines and the books. I mean, any information is for awareness. What I'm telling you is to observe yourself. Practice, 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 practice. People be waiting for the middleman to tell you or to interpret God's word or God's whatever. You don't need no middleman to interpret or tell you nothing. You should be developing that bond that's you. Just like all them other people did it, you can do it too. But they tell you, well, God only went to this person. God, man, look, that's what they told you. That's what they told you. Open your heart to the Creator and see what happens. Open your heart. Let that inner light with the connection with you can feel that vibration, right? You can feel it. Let that flow. Stop blocking yourself. Block yourself by believing. Believe. Think of the word, right? This is what they listen to what I'm saying. Man. You look at these words. You running around accepting something you can't prove. That's belief. You accept something that cannot be judged right or wrong. You accepting it. You believe it. Even though I don't have proof, I'm a rock with it. Why? When you can just know. You believe that, you'll believe anything. You go around believing your whole life. Do they not condition you for that from a kid? Running around believing Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Then you start running around believing in other things when you grow. You're already conditioned to believing instead of fact finding, analyzing, knowing. It's okay to believe. When you're a kid, you're curious. You want to know everything. You don't want to believe nothing. You want to see it. No, you gotta go believe in Santa Claus. Your heart be broken. You find out ain't no Santa Claus. Man, it'd be so much conditioning going on. That's a whole nother subject. Tex, what up, though? Who wouldn't have monkeys? Yeah, live for the moment. I totally agree with you. I don't follow religion. I
But
follow the Creator. Oh, Gary fell off. I didn't even know Gary fell off.
I didn't either. But okay, so this is the thing. You ain't. I mean, I don't know. I understand all that, but you never answered the question. Like you never said anything.
Oh man, definitely created God. Even the word, the concept, the whole ideology. Anything you find God in, like anybody, just tell me they believe in God. They gonna tell me it come from a book that a man wrote. So how
Okay,
man
so
do you
but where
create
did you
God?
get that from? For you to say that, right? That man
Because
created
it's,
God. Where? How? Where?
I just told you, man put it in the book. This is God, and then people read it and said this is God. Ain't nobody telling me about their own personal experiences. They telling me what they wrote in the book. You can't prove it. Nobody can. Show me any proof about any of this stuff in this book. Just show me some proof. It's not historical. None of it is. It's classified in academia as mythos, even the Bible.
Okay,
Mythos.
so okay. So I'm gonna tell you what how I think it came along. How I really think this situation because I was just saying kind of what, I feel like everybody else would say, but how I believe, or how I think it was put, like, okay, so when you think about it, everything that was made, it was a manifestation pretty much. It was just man thinking, or a spirit thinking of something, and then it manifested into whatever the idea was. So when you become not only just a spirit, but you become in human form, or you begin to get into a body, then as a human form, you tend to, the things that you see around you, you tend to think there's something greater, right? There's
Hmm.
something more to it. So in my mind, what I believe is that, people manifested God, because you look at all the beauty around you, you like, it gotta be something greater. It gotta be something greater. So that's just my thing. And it's like, when you put a thought out there, it's like when you have so many thoughts, and all of it's one, it has no choice but to be manifested. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I said it is nothing when you think it has to come into fruition, like the creation. Um, like even if you think of something that has a word associated, right? Anything we can think of, it has a word associated. So in the beginning, it was the word. The word was uh, with God. The word was God. God said, "Let there be light." If you
Right,
eat,
right. Exactly. Exactly. Wait, what did text say?
text, what up, though, Foopy? Like
Girl, you
making
got crazy
America
people
great
in here now.
again. Right? I'm like to hear the voting for Trump in November. I don't really care about all that. Though Chief Keef, I don't know Chief Keef. Right, but oh yeah, I do sound fucked up, man. If
How
I
does the
sound like that.
son manifest the father? And then he said something about mythos. He said, "You say it's mythos because science says so."
No, I was just saying what it's classified as. I didn't say it was mythos. I just said that's what academia has it classified as. You gotta um, listen a little closer. You know, I said that's what academia has it classified as a mythos. That's what I said. I didn't say it was a mythos. What else he say? Can you highlight
How
that?
d- how does the son manifest the father?
How does the Son manifest the Father? Tell tell me about
That's a
God.
good question.
This is a good
But
question.
but
I mean, who
I can
said the
say
Son
this.
ever manifests the Father though? See
I can
again. So but this is what I'm saying. The most common perception that God is a man. So if God is a man, God is a physical being, right? God is a physical being. Do you know
He
is
ain't
a
supposed to be.
psychology is a psychology term is a psychology term called anthropomorphism. Is when people associate human characteristics and behavior to things such as cats, dogs, gods, uh, stuff like it is a psychological term. It's called anthropomorphism. There's a reason why they got a psychological term when people turn God into man. Y'all crazy.
So we
well,
crazy?
when you come into this realm, You don't manifest your parents, but you do pick your parents.
You pick the frequency. They ain't ready for that
Yeah.
conversation. That's a whole different conversation. They ain't
Yeah.
ready for that.
You do pick your parents, so I can't say that. But you don't
They still
manifest them.
they still think God is on a cloud on a flying nimbus with Goku. God flying around on the flying nimbus with Goku. Like, come on now, man. You gotta have a conversation with me and be a smart ass, be a smart ass. Don't make you look dumb if you be a dumbass. Or you just have a conversation, you don't have to be an ass at
Wait,
all.
hold on. That's my friend text. Word, don't go too hard.
Oh, I thought that I didn't know that was text. I thought that was the oh my bad text. Nah. I thought that was the troll. Nah, text. Hey guys.
No, he
Okay,
not a
nah, that's
troll.
text.
Text not a troll.
Let's have that
Wait, you had a
one.
troll?
Yeah. I booted it. I think I booted it out. The one
Yeah,
that
he
was
had a
Why you
saying,
troll
boot him?
yeah,
earlier.
I
yeah,
know.
my bad
I was
text.
being funny.
My Rallo, what up, though? My bad, Tex. I apologize. My bad. My bad. My business. Adam is cool too. Okay, just let me
Text
know
a
when it's
homie.
cool.
I think he literally just asking questions for real,
Oh,
for real.
I can't see. I'm legally blind, Tex. Please look.
Leila
I gotta
blind.
look. I gotta drop for myself for what I just did. Okay.
Ugh, brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Yeah, that's for me. I gotta give myself that one. This one. My bad, Tex. Shout out to Tex, man.
This just leaves so many. It just opens so many boxes. It opened up too many Pandora boxes. You think it's one box? It's going to lead to so
Well,
many different questions. It's going to be
th-
crazy.
this is the main thing. Like with the conversation, right? This is what I was pushing. I was pushing the fact that what most people know about God is what somebody told them. What people need to do is develop that relationship themselves. Everything in the book, we can sit and argue about the books, who wrote them, why they wrote them, when they wrote them, how they wrote them. Um, but the fact of the matter is, somebody wrote it. So if that's your description of the creator, yeah, man made God for you. For you personally. I mean, I'm talking about observational fact. If you don't have a personal relationship with God, then you don't know God. You only know what man told you. Prove me wrong on
Yeah.
Facts.
that.
You know, that's so true.
No,
Facts.
no, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I mean, I can sit up here. I can tell you how man made God. I can tell you in the Hebrew version, man made God twice. If you go to the New Testament, God made man twice. If you go
Well,
to the New
tell me,
Testament,
because
he
like,
made God three times. Somebody was just talking about this. I was like, no, bro, you got to literally look at it. Like it's two creation. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's two creation stories in the Bible, right? It's two in Genesis. It's one when God made man and woman in his likeness and image. Well, God made man in his likeness and image. We all know that, right? And then after he made them, he looked at them and said, "Go forth and be fruitful." Right? And then you got when he was in the garden and God started grabbing mud. See, the first time God made man out of his likeness and image. The first time he made his likeness and image. Told him to go forth and be fruitful. Second time he took some mud and created Adam. So when people quote that God made us in his likeness and image, not if you from Adam. Remember that. People don't even think about that, bro. There's a difference
So here's my
between
question.
understanding and comprehending. But go ahead,
Yeah,
brother.
because even in that part, he tells somebody to replenish. Even in that very Genesis that you talking about, he tells
Mm-hmm.
somebody to go and replenish. Who is he talking to? Is he talking to the first group or the second group, which is Adam?
The first group. Now think about that. Even replenish. Think about the word replenish.
I know what replenish is. That's
So
my point. So
what
who
are
is he
you
talking
putting
to?
back? Right. And what are you putting back? What was missing?
But that's why I said this is always gonna open up a box. Cause I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure I done told people I said it on this platform, on this channel before, that I always thought it was a spiritual being, and then eating off to that quote unquote that tree of life, flesh was flesh became manifested then, which is why there was no birth in the Garden of Eden in the first place. That was always my perception coming into the to this topic before learning anything else.
Even
Because if you
somebody.
go ahead.
Oh no, my bad.
No, because I was gonna say even before that, why was there no why was there no birth in the Garden of Eden? My answer was always because that would have been a perfect child. You can't have perfection on a sinful earth. You see what I mean? So then that would have
Mm-hmm.
led to, all right, well, Eden is not even on the planet Earth because this, that, and the third. That's why I said for me, this is opening up many boxes that I don't think people will want to go down the rabbit hole.
Hold on, I got something for that. Oh, never mind. I ain't got nothing for that one. But yeah, like even when I got hit with that too. The why wasn't no birth? Because even it wasn't Eve wasn't able to give birth until after she ate the fruit. Remember that was part of the punishment. It's for women to go through menstrual cycles. And we know what the menstrual cycle does. It allows women to give birth. Without a menstrual cycle, women can't give birth. Just another aspect. But
Well, that just confirms my theory then.
Sleazy, what up, Sleazy?
Sleeves, what up though? That's why I always felt that way. Because it's like, okay,
Hey,
if
Slim.
she gets punished, and then she has to bear forth children in the birth and the cleansing of the body. How was they gonna have birth before children? I mean, how they gonna have children with no parts? How is that even possible? That's where the manifestation of the flesh comes in for me, because it doesn't make sense.
And see, that's
Because
what
if
I was,
God can,
because at the beginning,
I'm,
when God, this is what I tell people, those two different stories. Because you just explaining the whole process of Adam and Eve being able to reproduce. It wasn't until after the garden, but God made the original people as likeness and image, and they was able to reproduce. Told them to go forth. That's how you know it's two different stories. People still get hung up. People be trying to philosophize, trying to make it, oh, this was just that portion of the story. No, those are two different stories. Even reading Hebrews, two different stories, bro. Like,
well, thanks Eve for eating the fruit.
yeah, if she ain't eat that fruit, we wouldn't be here. From the Bible standpoint, we wouldn't be here if she
Man,
never ate that fruit. Shout out to Eve.
Adam was Adam was a simp.
Adam was a beta.
Adam was
Adam
a simp.
was,
Come on, baby. Adam no good well he was supposed to eat that. She batted her eyes. Come here, baby. You gonna eat that?
only way you gonna get this fruit if you eat this fruit first.
There you
All
go.
right.
Pop the cherry, eat the apple. Just
Selena,
saying.
Selena, Selena. What up, though, sis? Damn, Eve, I'm telling you, Selena. Yeah, I want to, man. I don't wanna debate. I think he'll get, man. Yeah, her boy, like he was saying, Like, yeah, that's not Prince Hall on the back of it. I ain't wanna, I don't be wanting to say nothing, cause I don't want to mess up your show. But I'd be like, bro, you be off on some things. Like I was trying to put them on game when I was talking about the opposite. When you talk about Luciferians, I could track that back past Madame Blavatsky. I just did a show on that, the occultism. But a lot of the stuff, he's saying Greek or Rome. A lot of the stuff you're reading out the book is Greco-Roman. The whole New Testament is Greek. The whole New Testament is Greek. The oldest version they found is not written in Hebrew. It's written in Greek. So I mean, I don't know. I just don't like the scared, like the be scared shit. I like to empower people. I don't like the if you don't, this will go happen and this go blow up. And I don't like all that. No, we some warriors. We use that word and we make it work for us. I ain't gonna scare nobody into that. But no, that was every time, I be having the kids. If it's on the weekend, I can. If it's on the weekend, I can. But I be having the kids. I wanted to come up. I wanted to come up with, bro. He was spitting like when he was talking about the mermaids. I'm like, man, you making everything bad, bro. We can't even rock out with the Little Mermaid. We like Ariel. I'm just playing, but yeah, he was.
What happened? He dropped down? We lost him?
Oh, snap, we sure
Uh,
did. Hey,
we
Selena.
on,
I be in the bushes, girl.
Okay, my bad.
nah, he
I
back.
know, like leave Ariel alone. Like, I understand though. Like when you like devoted with Christianity, like everything is bad. Even like African spirituality. Like I don't know a lot of information. That's why I tell people like when you practice things, it's different from reading it. Um, Hoodoo has nothing. Hoodoo is literally ancestral, but it's different forms of hoodoo too. But the hoodoo I practice it ain't got nothing to do with no blood rituals. It ain't calling on no. He like don't use crystals. Don't. I'm like that was given to us by the Creator. Like that you reading out of a book that a man wrote, telling you like this and that. That's what you quoting out of, but something you can observe yourself. Like you don't supposed to trust yourself, the own divine connection that you have. We all have a. That's the whole point of this. Like God made, man made God or God made man. We all got a divine connection, and I'm telling you, the book is someone else. Like disprove anything I'm saying wrong. The book is someone else's perspective. That's what it is. That's what we're reading. Someone else's perspective, right? But even the book tell us to, know knowledge. My people will be destroyed for lack of knowledge, because we don't know. How do we know? We observe. You can have a connection with God. Like, why would you believe in a God that you can't even have a connection to? Like when people, I ask people to describe God. They give me a description, or how do you know God made man? You tell me a story that's in a book written by a man that told you that God said this thousands of years ago. The dude who wrote it, we can't even say, hey, who told you this? God. We can't even say that the
Hmm.
dude. We gotta have faith. We have to have belief. We run around believing in things that we can't prove. But the things we can prove, we ignore. I know it's a God not because the book told me, because I feel it. I literally feel it on many different levels. I talk to God. It's not a human, not a man. We want to say our Father. No, it's not that. It's not that. If we want to break down the experience or interactions we have, it could be father like, it could be mother like. We feel God warms us. That's mother like nurturing. If God like, hey, you out of line, I gotta tap that butt, that can be father like. God is everything and nothing we can conceive, to be honest with you. You know why I know we can't think what God is? Because we already turned God into a man. That's the way us primitive creatures understand information. We have to associate it. So look in the Bible, every description of God is actually a description of what men do. Why would God need to be jealous? Well, that's how they explain this situation. This is what they tell you. Why would God have to be jealous? Why would God have to manipulate? God don't manipulate. Go read the story of Job. Read the story of Job.
God
And then
is a
tell me
jealous
something different.
God because he don't want anybody else.
God said
That's
I
a,
created bad or created evil. God did that. That's what the book said. But the reality is this. It's an interpretation of what somebody felt or thought or was inspired to write about God. That's all it is. That's the point I'm making. Develop your own relationship. Come on, Selena Scout.
okay, but I was told the book is what that's God. The book is God. So,
Oh, we done lost him
oh,
again.
he jumped in again.
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah,
back.
my bad. You gotta wait till I get at least 20 people in the chat one day. Is Tay even talking? Tay and Gary, y'all still up here? I know my mic keep messing up.
I
Yeah,
was
we here.
talking.
We here.
I said, why do you say that? You keep saying that's man that made it. I was taught
Am I tripping
that's
or are they
God.
not just talking?
Y'all hear
Team Tay
me?
come
Say
off
that
mute.
again.
I'm gonna have to leave the studio.
Tay, I hear you, Tay.
Word must don't hear us.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he dropped down and coming back. Now, what was you saying about? Oh, dang.
Hey,
What was you saying about?
Selena
Hey,
laughing.
I'm
I
out
was in
there
the
too.
park. Selena, I was in the parking lot, girl, with you, listening, girl. And it was a parking lot you was sitting in. I was in the. Thanks, she said I got the cutest voice. Thank you. What books of the Bible aren't related by God? I think what he's trying to say is that all of the books are basically. Oh no, he's saying what books? Okay. So what books of the Bible aren't related by God? That's a good question. You know that question, Gary?
It's just you, Tay. I can't.
Because I would think that basically all of the books is a perspective, right? That's other people's point of view.
My
That
bad.
was
I
that would
can
be
hear y'all
including
now.
all the books. You can hear us now?
Yeah, I can't hear y'all at first. I don't know what I did. Did y'all hear me? Was my mic like all the way messed up?
No.
No, you sound good. It was just like you couldn't hear us. You was over talking us.
You said you couldn't hear
Oh,
us.
my
Yeah,
bad.
you
I
couldn't
couldn't
hear
hear
us.
y'all at all. That's why I was like, damn, I gotta leave out and come back. My bad. I didn't mean to
What
overtalk you.
books of the Bible aren't related by God? All books are in the Bible are there by God. So what about the books that they didn't include?
Oh, but do you know, there's so many different things people don't understand about like the conception of the Bible, like how the Bible, it wasn't even a Bible at first until um basically the Catholics came in, until the Pope gained power. It wasn't even a Bible. It was just a bunch of scrolls. It was a bunch of scrolls, people.
Well,
And at that time, the book of Enoch, the book of Thomas, The missing book of John, the hidden book of John was in the Bible. It was a lot of books that were still incorporated. And later on, when the Pope took over, what's the term? Heresies. Um, heresies. They considered, basically the books blasphemy against God, because it didn't fit a narrative. So they started
Isn't there
eliminating
a
books.
book of Judas?
There's a book of Judas. There's a lot of books.
Oh,
Like Selena, you know what I almost said? Shay, what up, though? You know what I almost said? Like when he was talking about the book of Revelation, I can get you the PDF if you're interested. But you know all the apostles had books of Revelations, right? You know that, right? All the
uh,
apostles had a book of Revelation. The Revelation of Thomas is a little bit more hardcore.
But all those books are considered other people's perspective.
It's written. A lot of the books are not even written by who, like the book of John. John didn't write the book. The book was written
Matthew
like,
and Matthew and Matthew and
but
Luke were illiterate.
they didn't write. But Matthew, I think the book of Matthew was the closest to his death, which was like 200 years after he died. The other books was written like 300 to, I think the furthest one out was like 450 or 460 or something like that. That's included in the Bible, the New Testament rather.
But
So
no, what I'm saying, Texas hockey card, is that Judas wrote a book himself.
yeah,
I think
it was,
all the disciples wrote a book. I don't know
it
how
was
you a disciple, you not jotting this down.
yeah, it was scriptures. The disciples didn't even write it. Their followers wrote it. This is what they can prove. This has been proven. You can, I hate to say Google it, but it's Googleable. They didn't write it. It was written after. It was written by followers of theirs. So when they was walking around, they wasn't really writing down what they was talking to Jesus about.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because it should have been 11 other. It should have been 7 other books coming out of that, not just them 4.
Yeah, all of them got books. It's just what the church included at the time. That's the conception of the Bible. So when you talk about you a follower of a faith, you have to go deeper than one manuscript. Like even like Jewish people, they got multiple. That's where you get the story a little from. It's actually a Jewish mythos. Uh, the Dead Sea Scrolls they consider a mythos. They don't consider
And
it
even
part of the Torah.
yeah, because they still ain't tell me but they didn't put the book of Maccabees in there and all of this other stuff. There's so many books that's missing from this. Well, how do y'all want to say this? The Christianity Bible.
Yeah,
There's so many books missing out of there. The book of Maccabees was important because they was it was
but
about 4 of them things.
they
So I don't.
eliminated it though because it goes against the narrative. This is what I tell people is important. Like when you read the Bible, when think about this, man, you got to understand. Like you associating those words with today's understanding. That's why people don't benefit from it. Honestly, I'm just being honest. Hold on. I got something for that. My just being honest thing. Hold on. I don't want nobody to get upset at. So, trigger warning.
Disclaimer, disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. Where's that? This is a petty service announcement brought to you by the Word and not approved by the 9%, but I'm going to tell y'all anyway. I am about to say some things that may and will trigger some. And if it does, it's probably because you need to work on it. Now let's go. So let's go. So check this out. Unfortunately, the conception of the book We can't associate it with modern understanding. You got to understand the writer, what the writers was going through at the time. Understand the verbiage, the language, what things meant. Like things don't mean the same thing. Even understanding how they got to where they got now with translation and transliterating. When you begin to understand that, you get a clear understanding, and we can make excuses for and be lazy about understanding what we read, or we can get into the information. You know, that's just what it is. You know, we really, if you want to know what that book say, you got to understand what the book say.
The books in there are there for a reason. Yeah, I understand. I mean,
And the
it's
books are there for a reason. Look at what was going around at the time. Look at what they was doing at the time. They was putting two civilizations together.
He said, "Text said because the book is missing doesn't mean what it was."
No, you look at what they was doing at the time, and you understand why books were taken out. The Ethiopians got 88 books. Y'all got 66 for a reason. And they remove stuff as they still currently removing stuff from the Bible to fit narratives. They've been doing it and they never stopped and they always did it. That's
So
why
that's
the
why they came out
language
with
has changed. You get all
the
these
new book.
different, yeah, you're getting all these different translations. Read two Bibles written at the same time. They got different translations. Different things mean different things. If you and anybody who went to school for this can tell me I'm lying or not. Anybody who did any type of theology class in school can tell me I'm lying or not. When you
No, that's just like now. If you say gay, people are automatically gonna think, uh, like homosexuality and stuff
homosexual,
like that.
but
But
when
if
you
you
read
really
the
think about it, back in the '90s, just think about it. Gay was happy. It wasn't two men getting together, two women getting together. It meant happy. But everybody now will go to homosexuality. So that's just like one. That's one thing right there where where you can see that the definitions change as generation goes on. Everything changes.
understanding,
mm,
like you said, of the word, because if you read the Great Gatsby and the word gay is in there a couple times, they're not talking about homosexuality. They're talking about people being happy. You read them old books that was written back in the day before gay was, uh, homosexual, when it just meant happy. They weren't talking about homosexuality back then. They were literally describing happiness. So um, that's what I'm talking about. Think about thousands of years. Like, I trip y'all out. Do you know the oldest word for Lord, for the word Lord that we say, Lord and Savior? You know the oldest word for that? Baal. 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 So every time you say
bow
Lord, bow,
like
Like
the
bow
devil
your
bow.
head.
bow. No, like the God bow, Baal.
The devil, he's the
Yeah,
devil in the Bible.
that's the oldest word for Lord.
Uh,
Baal meant Lord before Lord meant Lord. Think about that. Think about what I'm telling you, man. Baal meant Lord before Lord meant Lord, bro.
Mm-mm-mm.
so we've been reading the Bible
It's
wrong the whole dang time.
If you haven't been reading the Bible, I can argue that. I can argue that all day with
oh,
somebody. We want to argue that. Are you reading the Bible?
so what are they reading, sir?
Um,
What are
man,
we reading,
you,
sir?
well, you're reading. What does Bible mean? Can I ask you a question? Um, if I take a word from another,
Helios.
I take a word from another language. Does it still mean the same thing?
Is it the same language?
Majority of the time, no, because like you'll see Spanish speaking people be like, I don't know how to say this word. I don't know how to say it in English. Like they'll say that, but they'll try to give you a word to try to make it seem like that's what it is. But there's not really a word to explain what they're trying to explain.
So that's
Mm.
what we would. That's what we. So they would use a word that sounds similar. Are you saying that? So like, if I had a word in Spanish and couldn't say it, but you know Spanish and English, and you gave me a word that in English that was close to it, and now I said it, but I didn't say it clear. It wouldn't have the same meaning as the word you gave me to associate
Yeah.
with it.
It's
That's
not gonna
what you're
have the
saying.
same meaning because I hear people like Spanish speaking people say that all the time. It's not the same thing, but I can give you this word, but it's not gonna mean exactly like that's not the word that we use. Like I've actually heard people say, like, I can't tell you what word because I just don't know to replace it with the word, you know? I've literally heard them say that, but they'll try to give me a substitute of a word to kind of, help with it.
No, I didn't. I didn't say Baal is the word for God. I said Baal is the oldest term for the word Lord. Before they had the word Lord, they used the term Baal to describe the same thing that Lord means. I'm trying to help y'all understand the difference from a translation and a transliteration, right? And that's the difference.
Mm-mm-mm.
A translation is they take the word and translate it into another language. And when they do that, um, when they translate the word, they find a word that's associated the same ideology, the same thing. Like an apple may say apple in my language and then whatever in another language, but it still means the same thing. I just had to go find the word, right? That's translated. Transliterated is they take a word that sounds similar and find something in another language that sounds similar to associate it, but it don't carry over the same meaning. You see what I'm saying? So even when we talk about Holy Bible, Helios, Bilios, little sun book in Greek. So they didn't have a word in English for little sun book. So they used Bible. Bilios. So you gotta understand like these languages were here before what we understand. Like our language, even the way the word is constructed, is like um, is like preschool to like ancient languages. It's like the concept, the construction of the word, everything is like preschool. It's like we devolve.
Mm.
Language are the slang of other languages, however, Baal is not the word for God. It was a word for God worship. And you keep saying God. I'm not saying God. I'm saying Lord. The word Lord came from Baal. There was no word Lord until after Baal. And when they created it, the construction of it was created after Baal's description was created from the description of Baal. You can see that and look who like even the language, even the English language. Where does language come from? They say, "Oh, it's old English, man." You know how many languages is blended into English? People say Latin. Nah, man. You got Norse. You got a shit ton of grammatic. Uh, even the 27 character concept. But this English language is a bastard language. You got Polish and there's a lot of different languages. Like English, yeah, English language is a bastard language.
It's forced on the whole
The
world
book
rather.
teaches, however, I
English.
urge you to do more research. Oh no, I can do more bro. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna flex, but no. Research on what? I never. You keep saying I said Baal is the name for God. I never said Baal was the name for God. That's what you want to hear. I said Baal is the term created the word Lord. It's older. It's a Semitic word. Baal it predates the Bible, bro. Baal was not they put it in the Bible. Baal existed before the Bible. Baal. So what I'm telling you, the word Lord was created from the description of Baal. I never said God. You keep saying I said God, and I never did. I said Lord. And this is like the third time I said that, I think. I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I listened to the replay, but I know I didn't say God because that's something that I didn't debate it, but it was a debate point in one of the debates I had with Baal and the association to the Bible. But yeah, I never said you know. Um, but yeah, we could talk about any part of the Bible. You want to talk about the Sinaitic text or the Masoretic text? We could talk about the 66 to 88. We have to talk about the Council of Nicene, the Council of Oberesh. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. I mean, I'm just off the top of the head, I'm pretty good. But if I get my notes, then we can really have some fun. I think people be getting mad when I say, but the oldest version of the New Testament you will find is written in Greek, and that was found in Alexandria. So people get mad when I say that. So a lot of it sound all philosophical and shit. I had a bunch of poets writing. I'm gonna be quiet on that. Allegedly, I think I snapped. I'm gonna be quiet. Trying to be something you will never be, just wait to erase your account. Yeah, that's my gig, man. I get on YouTube and talk and help people sleep. That's what I do good. So Alfred, what up though, bro? Appreciate you. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now people just get mad because I don't go with that narrative. People get mad and
Happy
upset
birthday.
because I ain't saying, "Oh, Jesus coming back. Y'all better get ready. Y'all better." I don't be doing all that, man. I be telling you to read. You just mad because I want to make you read, bro. I don't even know how to retro gaming. Yeah, retro gaming. I don't even know how to say your name. You should have had me on this. You can hit the link, bro. You can hit the link. It's on the community wall. Yeah, you can hit the link.
Ooh, coming
But
up.
yeah,
Okay.
Alfred. Yeah, Alfred coming up.
Okay,
Yeah,
come on up.
people just get
Welcome.
mad because I don't fall into the realm of belief like them. Please come and believe with me. It's fun. We don't want to know. Let's just believe. We can we can eat our glitter pop tarts and we can shit out rainbows and we can just keep believing. Nah, bro. I came to unplug you.
You
You
just
coming to
going in.
unplug
I
people?
just walked away. What's going on?
Um, no
You
retro
just
gaming.
going in.
No retro gaming. And no, I was telling Tex. Tex was like, you know, he kept. I think he thought I was saying Baal is the name of
I heard
God,
him. You kept
and that's
repeating
a
that.
And that's a common argument. You know, people do try to make that argument like Baal means God, and it don't. I know it don't. That's why I never make that argument. I'm talking about like I literally know it don't. But I know where they get the argument from because Baal doesn't mean, it means they both, God means creator. Baal means it's a great one, but it's associated to creator. And Baal is older than the word God. And the people who created coming out of Samaria, coming out of Canaan, coming they try to associate it like, well, this is what they meant. You know, like I said, you got to understand translation and transliteration. But I will never make that argument because they mean two different things.
Mm.
From what I know, you know, I can be wrong on that, but they definitely, you know, from what I've seen, Baal and God is not the same word. They do not both mean creator. Baal is something else. It's not creator. It's like great one or something like that, or mighty one, or it's not. It's not most high neither. Because this dude was trying to, like, these people like who do fucking language, and I seen them going at it with it. I just know at the end of the debate, it did not mean God. So nah, I ain't about to argue that. Your new name should be Rude Retro Gaming. Rude Retro Gaming. It's cool for them to be rude. Nico didn't have. That's the person name. The person was Nico. Let me see who Retro Gaming is. It's cool for them to be rude. Where you at, Retro Gaming? Oh, did we get Retro Gaming out of there? Where you at, Retro Gaming? Passing through is past my bedtime. Okay, Shay went to sleep. I was about to say, I'm proud Shay ain't hit the panel.
Alfred,
Hit the panel.
go on Word Community Wall, and
Yeah.
it's on this community wall to get the link. Go on Word Community Wall, and it's on.
Don't listen to the hater. Think the low ones, and you start and you think about your goal. I appreciate that.
Who
No
got a
fast.
tab open?
Oh, that's me. My bad. I got my phone. I was looking for retro gaming. I wanted to see something. I wanted to see how many subs retro gaming had. The people who always tell you to delete your account be having like 3 subs. You don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Commander. My crowd a little wild, so you know you might have to go over there and tame them a bit.
Hold on, let me
they,
put a thing up real quick, bro. Let me just before I make sure it was you.
they be doing the most over there. My
Can't
people a
put
little
that one.
rowdy. They talk back.
What up, though?
What up?
Chillin'. This Alfred.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just trying to make
What
sure
up,
that's
word?
you.
How you?
Chillin'.
That's what's up. All right. Anything you want to talk about, let me know. I just jumped in here. I wanted to be in here for a while. Let me know.
Hey, we just throwing opinions around. You know, people getting upset in my opinion
What's the
because I made
topic,
it.
though? What's the topic, though? I probably
Uh,
got an opinion on it. Let me know.
did God make man or did man make God?
Man made God, bro. Because when they said the gates of heaven, they didn't have a fucking Lowe's or a place that made gates. I want you to look up anthropomorphism. There's no way that you could bring God to a human experience. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
everything about heaven seems like man-made God because they brought him down to a human experience. You can't you can't say God has the gates of heaven, or you can't say God is like this or God is like that. As far as the human experience, he transcends that. So when I hear people talk about God, it's like anthropomorphism. You know what I mean? If you look that up.
Oh, I'm about to show you something, bro. I got something better than that. Uh,
Was you listening to the live? Because he was just.
hold on, now. I got something. Don't tell him. Don't tell
No,
him.
not this one. I
Now,
just jumped
you
in.
about to be proud. You about to be
I
proud of me.
just
Hold
jumped
on.
in. You know what I mean?
You missed this one, but
All
you
right,
gonna
say
be
no more.
proud of me. After I show you this, you gonna be proud of me. You gonna be like, yeah, word be on that shit. Hold on, where is it? Why can't I get to my page?
That's Miss Eats over there. I love them recipes too. You heard?
Yo, why can't I get to my page? Am I not signed in? This is so weird. It's like everything changed. Your YouTube data. I don't want to look at my YouTube data. I want to look at my YouTube page.
Why you say people are falling asleep? Why the trolls coming all of a
At
sudden?
this point, I ain't even looking at the Bible. I'll be looking at the forbidden books, the Apocrypha, and the
Yes,
I,
sir.
I
My
find more
fault,
because what you say?
Now I'll tell her. She said, "Why the trolls came in?" I said, "It's my fault because
No,
I'm one of the people that said that man made God."
bet. I agree with
So
you. I'll be looking at the forbidden books, and I like them better because you know what I mean, they took those out for a reason. Because if you analyze them, reverse them, and switch them around, you'll start realizing what they did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Oh, I
Apocrypha.
know. The Apocrypha of Thomas. Did you see? You know they got.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna fuck you up? The Apocrypha of John, the missing books of John. That shit gonna fuck you up. You get your hands on that. Like, bro, people like I don't know,
I'm in
bro. They'll be
Solomon right
trying to put
now.
them all together.
You heard?
You know, so,
I'm in Solomon right now.
the missing book of
You can hear me?
Solomon.
yeah,
I'm in Solomon right
yeah, I can
now.
hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah. That shit woke me up. Yeah. That shit was crazy.
I'm just
I
saying
didn't.
it's so many questions, and there's always going to be
When he
questions.
said
Like,
wisdom is a she, and if you search for her third eye right there.
Mm, keep going. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
wisdom is a
Now
she.
check this out. I did this for him, bro. I tried. You can't say I ain't try. You can't tell these people I be trying to help them, bro. From your understanding, you see that show right here, anthropomorphism. I was trying to show him, brother.
They need that definition.
You said where?
Huh?
You said huh?
I said they need that definition because that's bringing
Yeah.
God down to a human experience, bro. You
So
can't do that.
and I was telling them why they did it. That's a deep video, bro. I was explaining to them exactly why they do it and all that, bro. I was telling them that's
Okay,
how
I'm late to the
they
party. Let me know.
that's how they compute or analyze or understand things. But you got to go to a level of comprehension. You got to go beyond understanding and be able to comprehend. And then when you be able to comprehend, you realize like, hold on, bro, this is too much to be. This is some human shit. This is this is beyond that. I even broke it down to them why the Egyptians used animal heads and human bodies. Like, bro, so they was doing this to teach you. This is how you learn, bro. This is something within you that's divine, and this is how we got associated because y'all brains or y'all function on some third dimensional type shit. When we really supposed to be on the six by now, y'all tripping. Y'all got to get it together. Atmosphere, what up, my guy? He has 3K subs and lots of content. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, retro game. I'm gonna have to go check him out and troll his ass. I'm gonna go over there and just. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just keep dropping 9% in this chat. Hey y'all,
Oh
I'm
my,
putting a hit.
oh my God.
I'm putting a YouTube hit out on retro gaming. We going over there and we dropping nines all in the chat for 3 days
You
straight.
put
We
a
just gonna drop.
you put a YouTube case on them. Oh man.
I'm putting a YouTube case on retro gaming. I'm just playing. I'm joking, y'all. Y'all know I'm joking. Yeah, but yeah, I tried, bro. I tried to give him the sauce. I told him like, hey, bro, it's right there. This is what anthropo. This is what we doing. We got to stop doing this. And even this conversation, man, I'm trying to show him like I hit him from You can be on cam if you want, bro. I just put the thing up because I didn't know. It's up to you. You
Look,
good to go?
good to go.
It's the fam, y'all. Y'all say what up.
What up, though?
Hey, what's
Yeah.
up?
But this is what I was telling him. I was trying to explain to him. Like I wanted people to think for themselves. I wanted them to describe their interactions with God or how do they know God. I mean, everybody referred to a book, but that book was written by man. I'm showing them. Like if a man wrote this, no matter what it is, it's that man's perception of God. So if that man gave you their perception, they created the God you know. That's not your
Mm.
experience. This is somebody else's experience.
And
So
he
I
freaking
mean,
manifested this God.
mm-hmm.
Ain't that a beast?
manifested someone else's experience with God. This is, I mean, you can argue till your face is blue, but the fact is a fact. That's somebody else's experience with God, not yours. If I asked you about God and you telling me something out of a book and not your own personal experience, you telling me someone else's experience. How you argue that? And I'm not trying to be funny.
I feel
I'm
like
showing you the difference of believing something versus knowing something. This is why
if
people
you analyze
suffer.
it, if you
Uh-huh.
analyze it, they be saying the same thing. Like I believe the revelation is the Genesis. Right after Revelation is the Genesis. So I feel like the
Oh,
Bible go in a circle. You feel me? Because why you call
cycle.
clockwise clockwise? Because going in a circle is wise. That's why it's wise. You feel me? Even in the Quran, right? It describes Allah as a trickster. You feel me? Like he'll trick you. So I'm like, you right there, you saying God is the devil.
And see, that's a whole different conversation because
And you feel me? So
I got to
all
show
right,
you
so
this book.
when you said Jesus died and he came back on a horse, and he came back wearing red and black or red and white, and then his name was Death, and he had a tattoo on his leg of death, and he was riding a pale white horse. You saying Jesus came back as the devil because the people he died for killed him. So you're literally going in a circle. You're telling me you telling me Jesus and the devil is one, and Allah is a trickster. You're telling me Jesus and the devil is one, and all them books, it's like somebody broke it down to mean what they want. But if you break it down for yourself and have higher knowledge, you'll realize like there's no real good or bad. You can't be all good and all bad. There's no middle ground. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm. I mean, even God said, "I am good." I mean, God made good and evil. People
there it
say
is.
God is not the
There it
author
is.
of confusion, but you say God is
One.
not the author of confusion, but did He not confuse the people who created the Tower of Babel? And that did He not confuse
He
those
sure
people?
did.
You see what I'm saying? So you telling me one thing, but you're showing me something else.
That's
That's
it.
what the comprehension come in. Because even Jesus Christ said, "I am the morning star," and the only time they describe the devil in the Bible is saying, "Oh, morning star,
That's
how
the start.
far did you fall?"
Yeah.
So I mean,
The start
it's
of saying
literally
like what you
duality.
saying, what they saying. You feel me?
I'm saying it's duality. And did Jesus not basically come down here and undo everything God did and said the only way you can get to the Father is me? So Jesus actually cut you off from God. I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at things for what they are, when Jesus came, now you got a middleman between you and God. You had that, so, and then you look, oh no, don't do this no more, do this. That's undoing his Father's work, right? Jesus came to give us a better
The New
way.
Testament is undoing. Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
In the
So I
Old
mean,
Testament, it seems like the devil is God.
mm, like I was talking about, I asked them, and I just be trying to ask people thought provoking questions. I be wanting people to think. Like when we talking about the Garden of Eden, I'm like, damn, that sounds like when I let my dog outside.
What you mean?
I'm going because think about it, right? Think about it.
Uh,
Adam and Eve was in this garden, right? They had trees and stuff. They running
uh-huh,
around. They didn't even know they was naked. My dog don't know she naked. Just
uh-huh.
running around having fun playing. Don't touch this. Don't touch that. I tell my dog, stay away from my garden. Don't touch the garden and it, right?
Right.
And then one day, if my dog go ahead and eat that apple and it start noticing right from wrong, noticing it's naked, noticing I got it caged up in a goddamn yard running around, he gonna be pissed off at me, ain't he? Like
Yeah.
you running around. Why? If God made you,
Yep.
right? What the hell God make you for if you ain't even know right and wrong? What was you made for?
Wait,
Don't say
you missing that there was someone telling them that though. Because
right.
Eve was the second wife.
Right. Now we talking about Lilith. Yeah. But
So
Eve,
someone came to the garden and told them that like this ain't what it is. So
so you
so that's
told
where I get the
Eve that.
Genesis. That's where I get the Genesis of Revelation. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what Genesis was actually a revelation. See, Genesis means the beginning. Revelation means revealing, the revealing, or like so.
So why was it ending the revealing and beginning the Genesis? You feel me?
Yeah, the revealing was the beginning.
That should
You
be
see what I'm
crazy.
saying? It's duality, bro. This is what I'm saying. When you read the Bible and you use different tools, such as I'm gonna be real with y'all. If y'all want to get into it, bro.
You gonna notice different
If,
shit.
if
You
you
gonna notice different
understand
shit.
if you understand allegories and parables, that's what the Bible written in, right? How do you decipher that? The universal law. Use the universal laws and read the Bible. Understand duality. Understand compensation. It's all through the Bible. Even God got to use the universal laws to create. It's everything within it. So as you talking on one aspect, understand it on another. A lot of people be thinking physical when it's metaphysical, and then when they think it is metaphysical, it's really physical. That's so above, so below, that's so within, so without. All correspondence. So, um, yeah, read the universal law. So, even like when I was talking about Genesis, the revealing, uh, when I said that, like they didn't know they were in the garden. They just knew they can go in here. They got all the space to roam and play or do whatever they want to do. They just couldn't eat off of this. They didn't actually have anything to do but to tend to the garden. That's all they had to do. So if she never bit the apple, they would have just been fucking around in the garden. Even right now, 2024, they'd have been fucking around in the garden. You see what I'm saying? Like they were fucking animals, bro. Now you eat an apple and you realize like, oh shit, I'm naked. I got private parts and shit. I got not what is that? That's consciousness. Your internal navigation system turned on. Your soul. What activated your conscious though? That's God consciousness. What activated that? You're getting a soul. That apple when they ate it, that's their internal guidance system. Now they know wrong from right. That's what the apple was, or the fruit was supposed to represent, right? Knowing wrong from right. That's our morals. Where does that come from? Our soul. What
So now you saying the devil is the anti-hero. You feel me? That shit is crazy. Because if you be the hero long enough, you'll turn into the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yep. You be the hero long enough, you'll be the bad guy. I'm the bad guy, bro. I'm about to, after this show, I'm gonna be Antichrist, bro. They gonna say, "Yep, we done found them. Here go the 666 dude right here. He been an antichrist. We told y'all he been here for a minute. His ass can't see anyway, so might as well just take him out. They gonna take me out thinking I'm the antichrist. They already said I'm because I wear hoods. I like coat shit. Like, bro, you know I teach everything. I teach you how to use the coat without practicing that bullshit. I just give you the meat and potatoes from it because they using it on you anyway. Like all this, like bro, look. When I be telling y'all, awareness is currency, and currency is your time, bro. I be reverse engineering how they mind fucking y'all. They got y'all focused on some bullshit that don't even matter, and motherfuckers trying to beat shit they don't even know what it is and shit. Y'all following all this satanic shit that y'all want to call Satanism. Y'all doing the shit and don't even know it. Going to church, doing fucking blood rituals and shit, eating bodies and drinking blood. All that shit is a cult, man. That's an occult. Like, man, people
Hey,
don't.
yo, Islamic girl told me the church is crazy because they be having pictures of Jesus Christ, and that's idolism. You're not supposed to have pictures of Jesus Christ. They don't have pictures of Muhammad, the prophet. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like she
look,
said, she feels weird in the church that has pictures of Jesus Christ because you're not supposed. That's anthropomorphism. You're not supposed to try to
yeah.
bring the prophets to look like a man. You feel
Let
me?
me tell you. Let me tell you how screwed up they got people. And look, hold on. Let me play my trigger warning because this go trigger yo. I know it is, but y'all know what I say, man. Hey, I'm just here to tell y'all, right? Because they've been telling y'all left. This is a petty service announcement brought to you by the Word and not approved by the 9%, but I'm going to tell y'all anyway. I am about to say some things that may and will trigger some. And if it does, it's probably because you need to work on it. Now let's go. Look, let me tell y'all how messed up they got y'all, right? Y'all, y'all running around with crosses on y'all doors and on y'all walls and on y'all necks to signify the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, right? If your loved one got stabbed to death or shot to death, would you be running around with the symbol and stuff that they murdered you? Do you think Jesus appreciate you running around with a damn? This is how he got took out, and now we see who does that. That shit is sick. Think about that logically. How does that make sense? You running around with the symbol that killed your savior. They killed them, not that brought them to life. Not none of the. You ain't running around with a dove or an eyeball. Didn't he help somebody see again? Running around with an eyeball or something. No,
Yes,
you
he
running
did.
around with something that he had to carry and he got nailed on. And talking about this is y'all need to start thinking for yourself, man. Fuck that believing shit. Stop believing why people they told me this means that. I don't care why they told you something means something. What makes fucking sense? That does not make fucking sense. Y'all in church drinking blood and eating that's cannibalism. You cannot convince if they say this is the blood and this is the body. That's what they say. Don't nobody say you cannot tell me they say nothing else. Unless they reworded the shit. This is the blood and this is the body. Who the fuck drinks blood? You wait till Sunday to go drink blood once a month?
But
How
wait,
does
but
that
wait. When he told Lazarus to come forth, that was necromancy. So he's already a magician.
you see what I'm saying? Like that's a whole Jesus wasn't what y'all thought Jesus was. We talk about that. We talk about whatever y'all want.
Jesus was a whole
I'm on
magician the
my
whole
shit.
time.
I'm on my shit.
He
He went
walking
to
on he
Tibet
walking
for a
on water.
reason.
He walking on water and resurrecting the dead. Like
Now we talking about the book of Judas and the book of dang, what's my man that start with an E? Um am I still here? Oh, what happened? Somebody fell off? Oh,
You here?
Gary was like, I'm
Oh,
getting the fuck out of here.
Oh, he tagged me in.
Oh, he typed you
He
in.
tagged me in, yeah. What
What
up,
the
nine?
donkey butt? What up, nine? I just got here, but bro is mixing
Good to
all
hear you,
kinds
Alfred.
of doctrines but zero understanding of the scripture. Who is Jesus Christ? I'm not mixing up doctrines. I'm just telling you, all them doctrines are look, this stuff older than that. We can get into the Sumerian. What you want to get into? I'm feeling petty tonight. I'm feeling a little bit of petty, y'all. Would have play a game. What
Oh,
doctrines we
jeez.
talking about? Let's pick the words brain. Let's see what I can come up with. And remind you, I got a tube in my head. This is after brain surgery. Imagine me before brain surgery. I was a bad mother. What doctrines am I mixing? Because I didn't quote anything yet. I ain't quote nothing. But what doctrines am I mixing? I ain't got to mix nothing. You said no understanding of doctrines. We can talk about
Wait,
what language
is he talking about other people or you?
or Ezekiel. Oh, I don't know. Elijah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You know, when I see shit, I'm in petty mode. I gotta make that peanut butter petty time. Peanut butter petty time. No, this ain't to take
Oh, I
nobody's
read it.
belief away. I'm just telling y'all to stop believing and know. It's time we start knowing things, man. All this believing ain't doing nothing but arguing.
You in the
You
age of
know,
Aquarius. I'm in Aquarius, so it's the age of knowing. You feel me?
the age of
So
knowing.
you
Hi,
better
Alfred.
act
Nice
like
to
you
hear your
know, because if
voice.
you still believe in this and Sky Daddy, I don't know what to tell you.
We don't want no
Who's that?
Daddy no
That's
more.
Tait.
That's Commander.
Commander Alpha
What's up,
Turkey,
Commander? What's
reporting to
up,
duty.
Commander?
What up? What up, though?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
the
the thing you said
man.
about the crosses, oh, sorry. That's like, that's always been crazy to me. Like, I've always thought that too. But I was raised like, we don't put crosses, we don't like do none of that. Like, people put the things up in their house, like all over.
Yeah. Do, do you is like Jewish people think it's disrespectful, and Jewish people don't even believe Christ is the Son of God, but they even tell you it's disrespect. And this is what I tell people about that symbolism. Like,
A word,
yeah,
a word. I just told you a Muslim chick was like she freaks out and she walked into church and she freaked out because they had a picture of Jesus Christ. That's idolatry. You're not supposed to have a picture of holy figures. You feel me?
you're not. It states that in the
So
Bible,
let
man.
alone
It
the
states
cross,
that,
let alone the cross, you're not supposed to have a picture of any holy figure because
Statues.
you don't know what they look like. That's idolatry.
bro. This like when you think of it, man, that is so fucked up and twisted, man. People be having pictures of Jesus hanging on the cross in their house, bleeding and shit. Like, bro, that's so fucked up. I don't mean to laugh, but when you think of that, like when you
I
really think of it, like why would you like I don't want to keep seeing my dude like this. If there's somebody I love, I like when somebody sacrifice themselves for you. You like, hold on, man. This something major. Why would I want to constantly see somebody I love all fucked up? Why can't we
I
just see him happy?
I think this is why
Facts.
they do it.
You letting the devil pop shit. Like this nigga just
Mm-hmm.
died and where's he at? You know what I mean? Like
I think they
Oh,
do it like like to remember it,
you
like so that you know what I mean, like to remember it. But if you carry that in your heart and your being, you don't need those things to remind you.
now from the human psychology,
right.
right?
But
I'm
Commander, I'm
gonna add
telling you.
what Bo.
But
No, check
Commander,
this
I'm
out.
telling you, other religions forbid it. It's forbidden
Now,
Oh
in other
yeah,
religions.
yeah, it is.
now,
Like
now,
if a Muslim walks into church and sees a picture of Jesus Christ, they're gonna lose their mind.
Alfred, check this out. Now, from a psychology standpoint, you blend what you and Commander just said together.
I don't know. I look at it like the different books and Bibles. They're like diet books, right? And everybody chooses what they eat, their diet. Some people don't believe in no diet. They eat whatever. Like, so I don't care what someone else's household is eating as long as I'm eating what I want to eat.
but think about this though. What Alfred just said and what you just said. You said they want to remember, they want to commemorate, right?
That's
And
what I'm thinking they do
And
it for.
Alfred just said, yeah, that's like bragging for the ops. So who would like what would make sense? Who would like when serial eliminators do their thing? What do they? Don't they take trophies to commemorate what they did? So we talk about the devil confused and do all this bad stuff. Could we not say the devil set up Jesus to get crucified, and now the devil get everybody around their house uh, posting up Jesus fucked up to
Go ahead,
commemorate
word.
what
Go ahead,
his
word. You
work,
talking now?
to
Go ahead,
commemorate
word.
his
I hear
work?
you. You
The
talking
devil
now?
got
Now you
everybody
talking.
running around with these crosses and shit on their neck, remembering the death that he caused of
And
Jesus
the whole
Christ.
time the devil like, look, I killed Jesus.
Right. You don't believe me? Look, everybody showing you. They showed you. Yeah, look at everybody. That makes sense. Oh shit. People don't think, man. I'm telling you, this shit backwards, man. When Alfred was telling you things backwards, man. We
Yeah.
gotta pay attention to shit, bro. We gotta pay attention to shit, bro. And people might think I'm banging.
That's
I'm
why,
not
like,
banging
I
on what.
reverse engineer. I reverse engineer religion, bro.
Yeah.
When I looked up Allah, you know what it said he was, and you can find it if you look it up. Allah in Islam, it says Allah is a trickster.
Oh
Who else
yeah.
is a trickster? When you go to Ifa, or if you go to Santeria, the trickster is Ishu, Alegba, Elegua, and Papa Legba. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
And his colors is red and black. So you
Red and
saying it's
black.
the devil. So literally Islam is looking like the devil is God.
Mm.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Miss Tracy, how you doing? You definitely never read the Bible. Actually, I did. What part of the Bible you want to talk about? I read the Bible. I read the
Well,
Bible
well,
probably more times
look that up
than
real
you
quick.
looked at it.
Look that up real quick. It says Allah is a trickster. The Old Testament is the closest to Quran. So the Old Testament is the closest to Quran. Then go ahead. But if you look at the Quran says Allah is a trickster God. So who else is a trickster God? If you look at other religions who's a trickster God, then you're going to get somebody that looks like the devil and they wearing red and black. But
Even
if you
Loki,
look at our religions
you
today,
gotta
they want
remember.
you to wear blue. So there's something wrong. That's why I wear purple. That's why I wear purple and rep the 9. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I rep the 9 because the 9 is in the middle. You feel me? 9 is not only is 9 the highest number in the universe because it always equals itself. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. It always equals itself. But if you look, there's a middle ground between religion and the opposite side, Satanism. There's like a middle ground because nothing's all good and nothing's all bad. And I'm like, yo, it's something weird out here where they made like they knew like Napoleon said, Napoleon Bonaparte, I study enemies like Abraham Lincoln said. Abraham Lincoln hired one of his enemies, but he became president. So I look at my enemies to know what's going on today. I look at Napoleon Bonaparte, who conquered Haiti, and he was working for France, and he said religion just kept poor people from killing rich people. And I'm like, yo, that's literally what religion is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm. And see, people. I mean, even look at it today. What prevents the poor from going to the rich and
Thinking they're going to hell.
yeah, thinking that the reward come when they die, if they be good down here. So if you poor, just be poor. They got you believing that your reward is after here. Yeah. Now, like I don't understand, man. I be trying to kick it so many different ways to
A
people.
word, a word, a word. You black?
Hold on, you was breaking up, bro.
A the word. You black?
Yeah, I'm black.
You a black man, right?
Uh-huh. From yeah.
You a black man, right?
Uh-huh. Who
So how they calling black people the minority when colored people are the majority? What fucked you up?
yeah, it did. It did. It did make sense. Even they say in America, but I worked in like hospitals and stuff, so I understand that anybody non-melanated that come to this country is technically white. Mexicans can claim white. Middle Easterns come over here, they white. Even Egyptians that's dark skinned, Libyans that's dark skinned, they claim white. So, um, that's how they. I mean, I've seen that, like physically seen that. Working in the hospital, you know, the different races that have their own culture, um, they still be considered white when they come over here. Purple reps pride. I don't think that the devil killed Jesus. I don't know what you talking about. Ain't nobody said no devil killed Jesus. Hey, rapid fire. Since you said I didn't read the Bible, how many times is the term Lucifer in the Bible? Do you know that? Do you know how many times? Oh, my boy fell off. He'll probably pop back up. He was breaking up. Y'all still with me?
Yeah, but I think one of you guys did say that, or did you say Satan killed Jesus?
I ain't saying nobody killed Jesus.
I
No,
thought
I
I
was
heard that.
saying that
When
no,
we were
I
talking
said
about them
they killed.
commemorating it.
Yeah, I said they was commemorating. I said they killed Jesus. I didn't say Satan killed Jesus. No, we were saying Satan, like, look what we convinced them to do, kill Jesus. I said if God, I mean, if
Yeah,
y'all say Satan is the author of confusion, deception, didn't Jesus get uh, murdered by
crucified.
deception?
Yeah.
So if Satan is the author of all the bad things happening, then he convinced the people to kill Jesus too, right? And so now y'all rocking around with crosses and stuff, commemorating what he convinced you to do. We say Satan do all the other bad stuff, so we not going to associate Jesus Christ's death to the works of Satan. Did you ever wonder that? Nobody ever said that, have they? I'll be fucking with people, don't I? Satan did all this other bad stuff. Every time um, things bad happen, that's what I said. I didn't say he actually killed Jesus. I was saying that because we blame all the bad things on Satan, on the devil did this, the devil did that. We say the devil is the reason we have sin in the world, right? The reason that bad even exists is because of the devil, right? So if that's true, and the people, it was people who voted on Jesus, being crucified. It was people, right? Um, so is it safe to say the devil probably coerced them? It's
Yeah.
hypothetical. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
factual. I don't want nobody to say it's factual. Christ
I've
was
always thought
born to die.
I
Can I
always
ask you
thought
a
it's like a
question?
sick game, you know?
It is a sick game. I'm gonna
It's
show
like a
you
sick
why. Just,
yeah.
just because what he just said. I'm about to show you how fucked up it is. Hold on, give me 1 second. And I'm gonna show you. I told you want to go down the rabbit hole. I'll take you. I'll take you there. I'll be your guide too.
Right. In the Bible it says, yeah, Jesus Christ was born to die. That was like the whole plan, right?
I'm gonna take you down the rabbit hole since you want to go. You want to twist and turn rapid fire? Let's twist and turn down this rabbit hole. I'm gonna get you a nice, comfortable seat. So Christ was born to die, right? So God, oh man. So God sent His Son down here to die. That's what God did. You telling me a father will send his son to die, to sacrifice? Okay, I accept that. I will accept that. Got a couple
For
questions though. Got a couple questions. So God sent His Son down here to die. So why was God protecting His Son in the beginning? Didn't God send angels to tell him to get the hell out of there and go into Egypt because the king was trying to kill him? God sent His Son to die, but He sent some angels to tell Joseph, like, hey, get the fuck out of here. They about to come. The king will come. He killing all the babies and shit. Get Jesus out of here. I want him to die, just not yet. That, when we gonna start trying to make sense of stuff?
I just think if God has all the power, then why even like choose to play the sick game of like, I'm gonna put all these little creatures on this planet right over here, and I'm gonna let them have free will and evil and all this stuff, and then let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
did God give us free will, or did we take that shit? Was it
I guess
given
we
to
took.
us?
I mean, I guess in the Bible it says we took it, right? Because like Eve, whatever, ate the apple.
Oh, they try to associate God giving it to us, but no, it took RX Nails. What up, though? Has nothing to do with the devil, the Most High, God, good and evil. Right. Right. I mean, good and evil. The Most High is duality. God is. Look, I'm not from y'all conception of God. Like the brother Fred Alfred said up here, is a term, is a psychological term called anthropomorphism, and I'm telling you, the reason that y'all put God in a human aspect is to make sense. Without putting God into a human, having human behavior and characteristics and likeness, you wouldn't be able to make sense of it. It wouldn't
I
make
still
sense to
don't
you.
make sense of it.
You couldn't understand it. It still don't because it's not meant for you to make sense of. That's the whole thing. It's not something that you're supposed to make sense of. It's something you're supposed to bask in. Make sense of water. Nobody makes sense of water. We just drink it and use it to clean it. We don't try to make sense of it. We just use it.
Yeah, oxygen.
Yeah, people want to
Yeah,
recreate God. That's why they're trying to make sense of it instead of just being in the essence of God. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But okay, God is not a human. Jesus is not. I never said Jesus is God. Yeah, I don't believe Jesus. Well, I know you ain't saying that I said that, but no, I don't believe Jesus is God. No. The devil was able to kill Jesus, which just bruised Jesus' heel, but it was actually Satan's undoing because it redeemed man. That makes sense of you making sense of what I said, but I understand what you're saying. I think, in my opinion, let me ask you a question because this is if y'all ain't hip to my channel, this is just a thought provoking question I ask. Um, I don't push religion or nothing on nobody. I just have thought provoking conversation. But I do have a philosophy. And if you understand what you are, right? We are human beings, right? That's what they tell us. But we're actually souls having human experience. And, I talk a lot about behavior and psychology because emotional intelligence is not taught to a lot of people, and that's the missing link. Why people, fall into anxiety, depression, and a lot of this stuff because they don't, one, understand their emotion, two, they don't utilize their emotion, but they are stimulated from outside. We are mainly controlled and herded through our emotions. Our emotions create thought. They tell us our thoughts create emotions, but they tell us that because if we knew the truth, that they couldn't manipulate it. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to unplug you from the system to help you think for yourself. So this is just one of the thought-provoking conversations that I have over here. So definitely, I hope if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We do have different conversations. It is an open panel. If you wish to, express your opinions or views, you can go to the community wall, hit the link. But yeah, I hope y'all subscribe and finish having some of these conversations with us. But we fell with the action of one man Adam, so we were redeemed by one man. That's interesting. He blamed it on Adam and not Eve, so that's interesting. Or are you saying his strength, because he didn't have strength enough to deny Eve's request, so you still put the burden or the accountability on Adam, which is the man, which is, I think that's dope because most people who follow scripture try to always blame stuff on women, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's always
I
the
don't
women's
like
fault.
that. Yeah, I think that's just chauvinism. I mean, that's just bullshit. I didn't mean to cuss, but yeah, I just think it's BS when men try to blame women for everything. But old girl was going ham today. She was going ham on the women.
I just caught the last part, and yeah, it seemed like she was going in on the women.
Eve was created from Adam. I would
Oh
debate
no,
that
we
one
lost
day.
Tay.
We lost Tay too. We losing everybody.
Wait, am I making everybody leave?
No. Everybody loves Commander. And if they don't, we can fight.
I just think if everything's a creation, like who created God? It's just a lot of unanswered
Each.
questions. What up, Tay? Welcome back.
Riaz,
What's
I don't
up?
know if you want this smoke. Riaz, you come up here. I'm giving Allah smoke. I'm giving Muhammad smoke. I'm just telling you now. You got to be
Okay.
ready to debate. They're getting
Hey,
smoked, Muhammad
Riaz.
and Allah.
Okay.
Who wrote the Quran? Who wrote it? What was the guy name who wrote the Quran? I want to know his name. Who did Muhammad commission to write the Quran because he couldn't write? Who was that guy? We need to know his
Wait, let
name.
me try and remember, man. Just slow down. Okay, so I think so. Who helped
Tell
him
him, Riaz.
write it
Tell
in
him.
physical form? His name is Abu Bakr Sadiq.
There we go. Okay. Well, at least you know your shit.
Red Googling over there.
I don't
Mm,
Google that. I was
mm.
taught that long time ago. I've known that though. Actually, though, the Quran though wasn't really made in book form until later. It was written on many things, and also where do you think he got that information from? Like pretty much when he was in the cave, and the angel came to him, and he got the information from his heart. And where did that information come? Came from something beyond that. He didn't just come up with that himself. Someone gave it to him.
And who was
Yeah.
that? The angel?
Yeah, the angel gave him the information from God.
What angel? We need to know that
Angel,
angel name too.
Angel Jibril. Jibril in Arabic,
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah. Gabriel. Gabriel. How do you
I'm
say
saying
it?
his name is in Arabic is Jibril because not with the G, with the J. So you just
With a
say
J. Yeah. I
Jibril.
can get Gabriel. I can't roll my tongue like that. My wife be trying. Gabriel. You gotta roll your tongue with it, right?
Jabriel.
No, Gabriel, basically. J.
Jabriel.
Yeah.
No, don't say the G. It's basically a
No,
J. Arabs say Gabriel with a J.
but is
Jabriel.
ain't it a roll of a tongue? You gotta roll the tongue. It's not.
Jibril. I was
Yeah.
taught,
Jabriel.
yeah, Jibril. So basically, yeah. he like Angel Jibril gave him that information from God, and God, told him to give the information. He couldn't read all right, and
Thank
spiritually, that
you.
eventually went to his heart though. So it went all the way from his heart, and he was preaching that. And when he explained it like that, he didn't just preach it like from his mouth. He actually showed his actions while doing that. When he did that, everyone slowly, over time, accepted it though. Like he didn't. Also, when before that though, he didn't really, go around doing that for a long time. Before that, he wasn't even thinking about that. All he was thinking
Hey,
about was his kind actions and how he treated other people, and everyone else respected him for knowing him for being an honest, kind man though. And after that, basically, when time came, time came.
man, you know what? I'm gonna start having my Muslim brothers come up here and bang on, uh, and the Christian brothers and let y'all have a bang out. Cause look,
Okay, okay.
this rapid fire said, look, this was rapid fire. I'm instigating like a motherfucker. I'm not good at it, so I'm gonna try my best, right?
No, I
This
don't
was
think so
rapid
though. It's
fire.
not
Hold
really
on,
a
hold on, hold on,
copy.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me read it. I gotta instigate. I'm new to this, okay? Rapid fire said God exists before time, space, and matter. The Quran is bootleg copy of the Bible. Bootleg. Bootleg. It don't actually say bootleg that many times, but I want to emphasize that rapid fire said bootleg. What you got to say about that?
Wait, like, nah, I doubt that though, actually, though. Pretty much, though, like, yeah, like, the Bible, yeah, came from there. Yeah, of course, the references it, but basically, do you want to know why God resent the message many times? Because the only reason he keeps resending the same message over and over and over and over again is because the people that time, message keeps getting corrupted every time. So that's why they had to resend it constantly every time until like bits and pieces, and that pieces they'll get corrupted, and eventually what I see, I don't know to you, but to me that's what I see as the Quran basically, is the full complete information to me you know
Oh, you heard
it's the
that?
full
You heard
complete
that rapid
information.
fire? And
Yes, sir.
Wait.
so they
Yeah,
said
and
the
also
Quran
rapid
is
fire. Mhm.
full. They
Oh, and
said,
also let
look,
me say this
they
is
said
the
the
sorry to
Bible.
cut you off.
They
Also,
said the
the other reason as well for why I see the Quran as the full complete information. Do you want to know why God didn't send the full complete information? Because people that time weren't ready for it. They had to be prepared and eased into it.
Oh,
So when they were
snaps.
eased into it, that's when the full information came there, though, and that's why you know it's all similar and they all reference each other is because it's the same information. It's just that over time one is the full complete one. It's just that's why they reference each other. It's the full complete information. So you just gotta know why. So it's deeper than that. That's why they're all connected.
So, what is the
ooh,
difference? Okay, so right now, today in our time, there's people that have revelations, dreams, angels appear to them, and then they break off and they have their own beliefs and their own religion, like, but they're not believed. Why is it that today, a lot of times they're considered a cult or they're not believed for having these revelations and visits from angels compared to the people back in the day? Because I mean, that's still happening today.
Wait, because in some way, though, to me, basically the last and final messenger of God is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And basically, it's like a sign of judgment day that if it's actually, if it's false or not. And also, like, if you're not sure if it actually came from God, but so actually, though, that's a really tricky question. But I could
No
just tell
one's
you that.
sure.
No, no, no. To me, the only answer I can give you right now, from my understanding, is the last and final messenger of God is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and that's it, though. That's how I see it, though. And I know you want more, and this is the only answer I can give you.
Well, the world has changed a lot, so what's to say that God doesn't have a new message for us?
No, it's basically the same message. It's just how you interpret it for the current time as well, basically. You don't change anything. You keep it to how it originally was. It's just the way you practice it the way of practicing has changed and everything. So basically, it's the same, teaching, same everything. What we were given is all the same, but the only thing is that we just apply, you know, or everything that we're given, and everything basically remains the same. The other thing is the way we approach, the faith now. That's the only thing that's changed while sticking to what's true. So you don't really change what started from the beginning, because to me, truth never changes. It remains the same since day one. I
Mm,
don't know how you see
good
it, but
answer.
I'm
Good
just
answer.
giving you my perspective. I know
Yeah.
you guys see it different than me, so I respect how you
No,
see.
it's just a question.
I'm letting the Christians and the Muslims bang right now. Hey, they trying to bang. Paul literally warned Muhammad and others like him would come. Hey, in the book of Thomas, Jesus did too. Check out the book of Thomas, the Apocrypha text of Thomas. It's deep. Jesus told y'all about all this shit that happening right now in that book. I don't know why they took that book out. That book would have made you feel, boy. That's bad. That's one of my favorite apocrypha texts. Is the book of Thomas. It just seems so real. Like Thomas, I don't know. Maybe I like the spirit of Thomas in me or something. 'Cause I related
Okay.
to it.
Okay, I'm actually okay. I get you on that though. I'm just trying to keep my mind
I
together because
related to
sometimes, though, when you debate, sometimes I'm not trying to break down. That's why I'm trying to slow down. All right.
now, Sola. Now, see, there you go again. I was with you. I was with you, but there's one word you got in there. He, he, he. God. That's anthropomorphism. We got to stay away from that. That he. God is a frequency, an energy. God, that's the closest thing we can associate it with. God is everything,
Let's
right?
go,
But it's not a
Sola.
human. It's not a human.
Yeah, but also to me, the God is not a human or anything on this earth or the universe. God is beyond everything, though, and we can just,
Oh, you can go on my community wall. Go click the like on it, subscribe to the channel, go to the community tab, and it should be the last one. You can hit the link. I'm gonna just put up a thing because I don't know you for a minute. But
I'm
yeah,
not trying to debate or say anyone's beliefs are wrong. I was just posing some questions, that's all. I
Okay,
believe there's a
I
higher power, the
appreciate.
universe, a God. I don't have all the answers, but there's got to be
Yeah.
something out there that
Okay,
is a
that's
higher
cool.
power
That's
over everybody, a
I
creator.
totally okay. Okay, thank you though. I look though. I appreciate you guys actually doing this though. It's really interesting. You guys also got me thinking as well. Because basically this type of thinking is basically basis of the faith anyways. The father of the entire faith, Prophet Abraham or Abraham, peace be upon him, he was constantly questioning and thinking almost everything, and pretty much that's just how it is. It's just the basis of the faith anyway. So if that's just how it is to me,
all right,
you know?
through us. Now, Solo, can I now let me ask you a question. Now, will this be too far fetched? And I will let you have he. Um, but we are fragments of the creator
Okay.
experiencing life. Like when
Yeah, I
you
guess
say he
so.
lives through us, so a portion or a fragment of the creators within us, which we call our soul, right? And experiencing or uh, using this avatar to further the creation. And then I will roll with he, and then we can say she if it's in a female. Whatever that piece of the creator inhabits now becomes a part of the creator, or the creator exists through the avatar.
What's up,
Um,
Yeah.
Les? How
Okay,
you doing?
Les,
with
what
the
up,
other
though?
stuff. Hey, what up, Les? But you know what else?
No.
You know what gets me as well, though.
Yeah,
Sometimes, no
Pepper
disrespect,
Institute.
though. No disrespect to Christian man. Just
Very
need to. I
complete.
need you to guys to understand this as well. Basically, like the Trinity concept to me, like basically that kind of makes no sense. I mean, to you, I guess so, but to me, it don't. Cause you're saying it's one God, but you have like three parts, but it's all one. That makes no sense, man. That's kind of contradicting to me. No disrespect, man. No disrespect. That's kind of a bit of a contradiction, you know? You're saying there's one God, but there's three pieces of him? That's contradiction.
I don't think the people who try to explain that the Holy Trinity is God um, articulated their argument the right way. Whoever say that, because it's like you said, it don't make sense. God will need to split God apart to. Um, but yeah, it'd be freaky if if you go within mind, body, soul. Yeah, you'll like my page. You'll
Mm-hmm.
like my page. That's what we represent. That's what 9% is. Combining the mind and the body. I mean, combining the mind and the soul, so we can have a beneficial experience with the body. But all three aspects of soul.
But
Yeah,
Um,
I guess.
if God created everything, and if God created man, and then He created a woman out of a piece of the man, He can create out of the piece of him something else, like Jesus or
Yeah,
whatever He wants.
I guess so. That is true. That's true. God can do anything, but I'm saying the idea, that type of concept to me, kind of makes no sense to me.
but even in the older texts, like not even older texts, you said Lilith never existed. Um, I would have to argue. Like, what do you mean existed?
Who
Like
even knows that? Were you
in
there?
I would have to say she existed in the text because she was written in. But then we'd have to prove that anyone from the Bible existed besides Pontius Pilate. You know, you'll have to um, inquire about the existence of other characters in the Bible. I understand what you're saying because I know where the origin of Lilith, even before I understand the concept of Lilith. The term itself is older than the description of Lilith, actually. They were actually, it's actually a Sumerian or Babylonian, it comes from a Sumerian or Babylonian deity. And it wasn't actually the deity, it was the minions of the deity. It was like the lily, what did they say? The lily anthem, the lily. It was the lily something, but it was a bunch of little demons. And that's where they got the origin of Lilith from. But it was off of Ishtar. It was one of Ishtar's minions, one of Ishtar's demons. It was a Sumerian story that the Hebrews adopted and put in the alphabet of Ben Sur, what most people know as the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's where you can find a story of Lilith. You can type in alphabet of Ben Sur. That's the story of Lilith, but it's in the scrolls of the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's part of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Soul, are you coming up?
Don't pull it out of the Apocrypha, though. This is the thing, though. Now, but if we can't talk about the Apocrypha text, then we have to talk about why texts are missing from the Bible in the first place. Like, some of these books was in there before the council, bro. So we have to talk about that. If the books was there before the council, then why was the books taken out after the council? And we got to go historical. We can't go biblical on that. We have to look at the historical account because it was a lot of, excuse my language, it was a lot of shenanigans going on around there. You know, your boy was trying to hold power. Your boy was trying to hold power, and oh, what happened? Would you like the exact scripture? Bible is there any real folks? I'm not. This is the facts.
Mm-hmm.
August is considered the God character, and the God character created everything, including Satan. Knowing that makes the God character. Shout out to Les.
Yeah, I read Les's comments.
We are
And
created in
Mm-hmm.
God's image, and
that's what it
we
sounds
are the
like.
Trinity, the mind, body, and soul. And we are the Trinity, mind, body, and the whole spirit. The whole spirit is like if you think about this. I'm gonna just give you some philosophical right now, right? We always equate God to consciousness, right? And Jesus is always equated to our heart. You know, our feelings, our emotions. You know, you see pictures of him. You see the little fiery Rosicrucian heart, right? The only way to the Father is through the Son. So it's telling you to have your emotions, your feelings, your heart complement your logic, your brain. That's how you get to the Father is through the Son.
Mm,
You get
okay.
those two working correctly. What comes out of that is actions. You know, we think everything we think or feel before we do it. So to manifest God or the essence of God on this earth, you have to align your emotions and your thoughts to your actions. That's your Trinity, mind, body, soul. That's the cult science. Now y'all don't have to go read none of them crazy people and figure out all that other crazy stuff I just told you. Father is mind, Holy Spirit. No, see that it's not Holy Spirit, it's whole soul. And we equate Jesus to the body, but you got to remember it's an older Trinity. You know, it's the Father, the Mother, and the Son. Right? That was the first Trinity. So the Mother and the Father combined together creates what the Son. But what does the Son do? Is a representation of the both of them, the soul in the mother and the conscious, the logic in the father, and it creates the whole son. Takes
Mm,
two individual pieces, put them together. Now you whole. So instead of the Holy Spirit, now you have a whole spirit. Yeah, go smoke some weed, and what I say makes sense.
Not
Fire.
a hole in your spirit.
Uh, but the
okay.
whole spirit. The only
Okay.
way to
Some people
God
got a hole in their
is to
spirit.
live as Jesus lived, which is to love the Most High and love your neighbor. Yeah,
So that's
love, love, but
awesome.
Yes.
too much love will get you crucified like Jesus. You gotta have a
Right.
balance. You gotta have a
Have a
balance,
balance.
bro. Yeah, you
Mm,
need that balance.
yeah,
It's
I guess.
dangerous
But
to
you know, for me though, is the one teaching I always like about Muhammad peace be upon him is how he forgave his enemies. He forgave the man who basically, he killed it. The man that killed his uncle, basically took out his uncle though, and he forgave that same man who did that to him. He forgave the people who basically tortured him and his own believers, his own followers though. And despite all that, he still forgave them, because his heart was big enough to forgive all his enemies, though. And those same people look at how he moved, the way his actions is, and how he was forgiving, instantly decided that they would just change their ways and come join him. Some of them, no, some of
that's
them.
amazing.
Some people,
Right.
though, will just stay stubborn to how they are, and that's just how their heart is. But few of them are just like, okay, I'll just embrace it because, this man, despite everything, though, he could have done the same thing to me as I did to him. But nope, he chose a different path.
So rapid fire, what you shaking your head on? You don't think about this, right? When we're talking about logic and emotion, how often do you make a emotional logical decision? How often do you do that? Usually, our thoughts and our feelings are not aligned, right? And usually, when we do stuff and we regret it, we either say, "Well, I should have thought that more through," and you realize it was an emotional decision, or you make a decision it made sense, but then you feel bad later. Why you feel bad? Because the lack of emotion in your decision. When you look up the term discernment, and you will see what discernment means. Discernment is basically emotional, logical decision. It's when you feel and you rationalize your thoughts with your mind. And this is some spiritual gift that we, get from the Creator. The ability to feel and think simultaneously. That's how we're supposed to function. But it's
Okay.
a reason we don't. There's a reason we don't, because if we were in control of our emotional state, we wouldn't be able to get, I ain't gonna say brainwashed, manipulated. We wouldn't be able to be taken advantage of. Most of the psych ops or the mass manipulation is done through emotional stimulant,
Mm.
So,
Yeah, I
Les,
can.
you make a good point, Les.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get you on that though. I'm just, okay, I appreciate that, man. I'm just trying to be a little careful of what I say because, like, because it's like a thin line between hate speech though, and I'm not trying to get that there. I'm trying to be very careful though.
yeah, being the son.
No,
Yeah,
you're expressing yourself very well, Leah.
No, I know, Commander, but I'm trying to be very careful because sometimes there's a thin line between expressing and hate speech, and I'm trying to be
Yeah.
very careful. And also, those same words can be used against me, so I'd
Oh
rather
yeah.
be very careful.
Yeah.
But Jesus said we all the son of God. He can still be killed. But he didn't get to be God at the end. He suffered as man. So you don't have to be perfect. You can't be perfect. We over here, we got a saying. We are genuinely unperfect.
Unperfect.
Not
Mm-hmm.
imperfect. Unperfect. We are genuinely imperfect. We don't think about perfection. We strive for progression. Progress is the key. Not the way you're supposed to be. No, not the way you're supposed to raise children. It is abuse to tell children that they will be. I ain't never telling my kid that. I never tell my kid he going to hell or that's even an option. I'm straight. I'm like, hey, this is hell we in now. Turn the lights off so I don't have to pay as much on the light bill each month. I'm
Like
trying to get heaven. Keep the
seven,
lights off.
7 levels of that though. So there's like 7 levels. There's 7 levels of heaven and 7 levels of hell. So like there's seven. So like the first level, then the seventh, all the way down to 7. So there's
Yeah.
7 of each.
Have you ever read Dante's Inferno? You should go read that.
Okay, if I get the chance, I might check it out. If I don't read it, I can get someone else. I could just type on YouTube though the same story and let someone else read it to me.
Worth the weight of the law to remove from. And that's what I was saying. Like people not paying attention to that Jesus came to undo a lot of stuff God did.
Crazy.
That's crazy. People don't think of it like that, but that's what happened. Jesus came to correct God's mistakes. If you accept Jesus, you gotta accept that. You gotta accept God created something and Jesus came to lift the burden to change it. Yeah, you can't live in fear. Tay eats. Where you at, sis? I know you ain't fall asleep. What is your thinking? All this God talk. You ain't saying nothing. Tay sleeps. No, we were never intended to live not like this.
I want to know what happened to the dinosaurs and what was the purpose of these dinosaurs. What's up with that? Where
Oh
were they in the
man,
Bible?
dinosaurs are in the Bible.
Are
Um,
they?
they call them
Probably
they
are,
call them
but
different things. They don't say dinosaur, but they describe dinosaur like creatures in the Bible
Hmm.
in the land of the giants. Yeah.
The land of the giants.
Yeah, Leviathan. I don't know. I think Leviathan more of a. Well, I guess dinosaur, dragon, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think the Leviathan as the underwater dragon. That's how I like to. It just sounds cooler. I guess dragons were the dinosaurs. Yeah, and because like the whole Leviathan. Like if you look at older, um, like the way they describe the Leviathan was similar to the Norse. I don't know if you know Norse folklore, but Ragnarok, the serpent, the
Mm-hmm.
Ragnarok serpent. That's what they associated the behemoth as
Although the
well. Yeah.
serpent's name is Elias. Ragnarok is, I think, where is that no Surtur, where his heart or something. He and his wife, Surtur's wife, basically merged together to create Ragnarok. I thought basically, the serpent in Norse mythology is Elias.
Well, Norse mythology is older than Islam.
Mm,
No, I'm
What
telling
makes
it's older by I think at least 5,000 years.
Les said, what makes you want to have a purpose is not having one in the first place. Oh,
Mm.
wait, let me see that. What makes you want to have a purpose if you're not having one in the first place?
Purple
Mm.
Barney is a dinosaur.
Mm,
Jesus couldn't have been Jewish. Jesus, I tell you why Jesus couldn't be Jewish, because Jewish is a term that was created in the I want to say God damn it, more recent time. I don't want to say late 1800s. Um, but yeah, Jesus couldn't have been a Jewish. Jewish is not even the term to describe the people of the land at that time. You got to look at the IS, and there's a reason you have Hebrew
wait,
people,
would you
and then
pretty
you
much
have
say
Jewish
he's an
people.
Israelite?
Yeah, or you have people that was from Israel, but yeah, Jewish is not. Jesus was Jewish. Couldn't have been Jewish. Jesus couldn't
Mm,
have been Jewish. You gotta look. Jesus, look at the area, Jew, and then I'm telling you, the people at that time never even called themselves Jewish. That the people at that time didn't call themselves Jewish.
yeah, I guess so. You're right, though, I guess.
No, I'm just saying that's like me saying I'm something that wasn't even created yet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Wait,
Jesus was from. I mean, if you look at even the area at that time, um, those that area was not inhabited by what we call Jewish people today. Um, it wasn't those people. So Hebrew, kind of the same thing. Essentially, Jew. No, because even Hebrew was a language. So you'll have to
I
say
think he
uh,
is.
he was. The closest you can get is Canaanite. You can get, but from that area because those were Babylonians, and what is they call them? Uh, start with it's AK. I cannot remember the name of it. But yeah, we have to. I ain't messing with them people though. So, but yeah, you have to just do your research when that term came about. Jewish. You have to really look and see when that word came about because the house buddy go say Jesus was no Jesus wasn't Islam. Islam wasn't even Them people that wasn't even Islamic. Like all these names came after these people was dead. Muhammad never said Islam. Muhammad never claimed Islam. You know, all this
Yeah,
came
but the
after.
name of Islam basically means submission to the will of God.
I know, but I'm saying they didn't even deem the,
Mm-hmm.
the following
Imagine.
Islam, and now that was 1700s. I mean, what did they call it before? They called it something else because they had wars over it. I gotta get into my notes. Um, but yeah, they ain't even call it Islam, and they got that because of Ishmael.
Yeah, Ishmael is the father of the entire faith because
And
Ishmael is the father of the Arabs, though.
the Phoenicians. It wasn't. Yeah, well, I wouldn't. The Phoenicians was more. They was called the water people, especially at that time. The Phoenicians had land, but no one knew where it was. Not at the time of Christ. You know, no one knew where the Phoenicians' land was at that. The Phoenicians actually got an interesting story in the biblical time because they were like this mysterious tribe of intelligent people and shit that basically brought the world a lot of good shit. Um, but they was like a super hype people, but they was just a bunch of smart ass people who tried to avoid everybody fucking them over.
Do you guys know why we're having this conversation today? Because Tate Eats requested it.
This Tay sleeps. Tay sleeps.
Okay, it's not good,
Yeah,
man.
she sleep because she would have came up here
I
talking
just
crap.
recently
But
woke
we've
up.
been rocking almost 4 hours. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come on tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be late. Um, oh, well, no, I can't come on late tomorrow
You
because we're
mean
going to the
Saturday?
beach Sunday. Yeah, well, tonight. Like, I don't even know if I can come on tonight because we're going to the beach for Father's Day. My wife making me get up early, so she
Listen,
said, so I'll be on punishment. So she said I can't, I can't come on and play with y'all tomorrow.
You have to be
So,
present with your
yeah,
family.
oh, always.
mhm, yeah.
That's why I do everything. That's why I do everything. But
You know, tomorrow is Eid, though, you know?
for different
Tomorrow is Eid al-Adha to me. In the UK, tomorrow is Eid, though. So I'm going to celebrate it. Eid for 3 days.
How do you celebrate it?
So basically, the first things first, I just pick up my Eid clothes and then I go to the mosque for Eid prayer. Then after that, just go, probably to London to my family and spend time with them and stuff like that. That's what we're gonna do, I guess.
Cool.
shit and giggles is why I'm having it good going. Okay. Fun is the beach. Islam is a totally different God, though, in my opinion. Man, it's like even when you read this is the point I was making earlier that I didn't touch on. I was talking about from academic, like if you take a theology class or you study theology in college, the text that you get is different. Like the Bible, um, you get the study manual with it, right? You get a study manual, but the text in the Bible is different. You know, like when you read the Hebraic form, they use the word God. But when you read from the academic, you see the word Elohim, and Elohim is plural, meaning more than one. So now when you start reading the Bible and you see Elohim, it's saying when God made man in his image and his likeness. Well, when it say let us make man in our image and our, if you read the Bible, it keeps saying us and our, meaning it's two different people, right? But when you read from an academic standpoint, they tell you Elohim is plural, meaning more than one God. And there's so many passages in the regular Bible where you see the term God and they replaced Elohim, because when you read it, like in the Tower of Babel, when God knocked down the Tower of Babel, it said, "Let us go and make confusion, so they may not let us." Again, talk about us. There's a couple other passages when God talking, it say us. It don't say I. But like I said, they teach you from academic. They show you the text and they translate it. The translation is different from academic to the
Mm,
common person.
I probably can't answer that person's questions, but if you actually read the Quran, it's in its original language, you will actually understand. There's more to it than you think, because we don't speak the language and we don't read the language. I can read it though, and stuff like that. Since we don't really understand the original language, that's why you're supposed to have a translation. For me, I've got one right here where I've got both English and Arabic, written together, like both written together side by side. So then you actually know, you read it in Arabic and then you also read it in English, so then you can understand both sides of what they're saying. So, so that's the retranslation and the original together to fully get the understanding.
That's a cool way. Um, that's a cool way to try to explain it. But when you look at the Hebraic meaning, it means more than one. Like the actual Hebrew meaning of it means more than one. It actually means the powerful ones. The Semitic, the Sumerian word for, I mean, because it's older. Elohim is older than Hebrew. It's actually a Babylonian term. It comes, the Hebrew borrows it from the Babylonian, and it means powerful one. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like when you look at the etymology of it, it means more than one. And when you read even the Hebrews will tell you, at that point, but they try to explain it away too. But um, but it's masculine and feminine energy creating. Understand that it's translated, but it is so the Bible, and you don't have to do all that. Oh no, I just teach though. I just teach. I don't take it away from nobody. I try to help people understand it more, because now, I mean, I take away the belief and exchange it with knowledge, because one of the reasons why we say let us make man and woman, or let us make man in our image and likeness, and woman, I mean, in our image and likeness, blah blah blah. Then they say man and woman. They don't say man and woman at the conception. I know, but what I'm saying is, um, the Bible takes out the feminine energy, and using the correct terms, you replace it, because to create you need masculine and feminine energy. Elohim, the word itself, has a masculine and a feminine attribute. So it just replaces with what is natural. And when you go to some of the apocrypha texts, I know you don't like, but God had a wife. When you go into them apocrypha texts, God had a wife, so it made more sense. Having that female masculine energy. Then you start going back to these other books, and you say let us, and God got a wife. What is him and his wife doing? Making shit. It makes sense. So yeah. So I'm just putting people up on game, but no, I don't take nobody beliefs. I help people strengthen them. A lot of people come at these conversations They
I
learn a
think
little bit more
I
about their
respect
book
the path we've taken
and
because that's
think
what's
and
you though.
believe.
For me, I'm sticking to what I'm sticking to because the only reason is though, it's just how I see it though. And also to me is that I'll be asked questions on my life, not other people's life. So the moment, when judgment day comes for me basically, and when judgment day comes, I'll be asked all the questions though, who's your God, who's the man that was sent to you, what's your faith and everything like that. All the questions will be asked on my life, and my entire life will be broadcast right in front of me, and I'll see everything I've done and everything on this earth, and everyone will basically testify against me.
You know who did that before Islam? The Egyptians.
Mm.
What you just described. You know who did that first? The Egyptians.
Okay.
Doubtful. And that's because that's what the church called them. Like when you look at what was happening around, that's what the Pope declared them as apocryphal texts. That's why they carry the name. But like none of the books I got say apocryphal texts. That's just a common conception of the books. That's what they were deemed as doubtful. That's why they said they didn't make the Bible because they was doubtful. But
Mm,
that term attached to those books didn't come because that's what the writers called it. It came because that's what the church deemed them. But the church, you got to look at what was going on around that time.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, so no disrespect as well.
Same thing.
The Bible,
Yeah.
everything's according to who's the person's last name, though, to be honest. No disrespect to that, though. And I ain't, taking that away from that person. But, if everything's according to, then who's the person's last name, where they from, everything?
Yeah, all of it was according to. But this is the thing about all them books, right? This is what I'm telling y'all. If that's your relationship with God, y'all need to get closer to God, man. I ain't saying leave the books alone. Use them for awareness and develop your own relationship with God. That's why I did this whole live. I ain't gonna stay on too much longer. I'm gonna get my butt out of here.
Okay,
But
I
okay.
that,
agree.
Charlie, I get that though. I get you and that. Yeah, to me though, I know simple basic knowledge, and it will take me time to actually get, to actually, not to get closer, but get more of an understanding for myself. Because that's just simple basic knowledge. Because some people in general don't really understand the basics, and they go straight into everything. For me, I'm trying to understand the basics first, then go for that. Because you gotta understand simple things. Some people can't pray properly. No disrespect. I ain't judging. I'm just being honest, man. Some people can't pray properly. I try.
that's what's up. You wanna lead the people with that?
Yep. Uh,
All right, bro. I appreciate you popping up, man.
yeah.
My hope for people is for them to live a good life. That's it. Live a good life.
Good
Whatever that
life.
means to you. Whatever you got to do.
And this is my whole point of making this live tonight. It wasn't to challenge nobody's belief or nothing like. Yeah, it was. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't to challenge your belief. It was to challenge you to know. You know, uh, because this is what happens. You accept someone's beliefs and uh, leave your you leave behind your knowing. People won't investigate or learn if they just believe in something already. They won't go figure it out to know it. So we gotta leave other people's belief alone and develop our own knowledge. And to do that, we have to learn how to first think for ourselves. And I
Question
wanted to,
things.
yeah, and I wanted to prove that point tonight that people really don't think for themselves because I'm asking, who did God make human or did humans make God? And people refer me to something a human made to describe God. So they wrote me, you're telling me, you're giving me to tell me that God made human, you're giving me something that human made God in. Like that don't Okay. Even most people's explanation of God comes from a book written by a human explaining God. And at best, I gave you, that's their experience. At best, that's what we can say. No matter how you try to word it, if you're reading a book and that's your connection to God, it's someone else's perception, it's someone else's experience. It's not yours. If I asked you anything about God, you should be able to tell me from your own personal experience. This is the problem with the disconnection with the creator we have, you know. So we got to stop leaning on other people's experiences and, you know, start having our own experience. Get closer to the creator, you know. If you don't believe in the creator, then that's okay. But definitely think for yourself, feel for yourself, know what's your thoughts so you can start having your own knowledge and experience, because guess what? None of us was here when none of the books was written. You can say this, you can say that, but what you can't say is you talk to the person or you know why it was written. We can only assume at the end of the day. That's factual. Yeah, we can come to conclusions, but that's still not knowing. But what you can do is develop your own relationship with the creator and you can know that. So yeah,
Quiet your mind and seek God.
quiet your mind. But I definitely appreciate everybody rocking out. This was a good show. I enjoyed it. I didn't go. I didn't have to go. Well, ain't nobody really. Really. I don't know. I usually like the debate, but I'm gonna change the name. I ain't gonna call it debate. I'm gonna just call it the belly of the beast discussion, I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
Discussion, yeah.
Yeah, the belly of the beast convo, something like that. Something kind of cool and catchy. What the kids saying nowadays? Give me a kid term, like what the young people saying. I want to be hip and flat. I'm just playing.
Don't ask me what the kids are saying.
What the kids saying nowadays?
Good night, everyone. Good night, 9.
Good
Peace.
night, nah. Appreciate you. Stay sleeps. Stay sleeps. Hey, so I hope you subscribe to the channel. We will have some good conversations. Check the content out. Talk about some good topics. And usually the link is on my community wall. All you gotta do is click my name, go to the community wall, hit the tab, because in this version the hyperlink don't work. So when I have the discussions, the link will be on the community wall. I got it scrolling at the top of the screen, link on community wall. But yeah, that's how y'all get up on the panel. We can have these discussions. I'm about to have a good discussion next time. Can man love? It's a crazy lady on here, and I'm calling her crazy because I'm a gaslighter until she come over here and talk her craziness. But I'm just playing. No, I ain't gonna call her crazy. But it's a lady on here who I think men can't love. Right? So I'm gonna have that discussion. Can men love? She really said she don't believe biologically, by nature, man can love. Like what? What, lady? What? But yeah. So that'll be interesting. I'm gonna have that conversation next time on the word. But I appreciate everybody. Y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if I say anything to resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess. What's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon. No coming in second, this life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the